We are experiencing a few technical difficulties over at the NASDAQ in New York. We're going to do our best to get Felix Grucci back up with us so that we can talk to him a little bit about his role in the first family of fireworks, so be sure to stay with us. Meantime, we're going to move on a little bit. Two more July 4th entertainment for you. Cats and Dogs, the big screen version of your pet's battle between the species, is a lesson in high-tech imagery. Tippett Studios in Berkeley, California, help to bring your furry friends to life, but making Fluffy and Fido seem real is no small task.
The challenge for the special effects wizards at Tippett Studio: make a computer-generated, or CG, cat stand on its hind legs and throw a boomerang at a beagle. Oh, and by the way, it all has to look totally natural.
Everybody knows what a cat looks like, and everybody knows how a cat moves. And if you're not careful, you know, you're going to blow it, and people are going to say, ah, it's fake.
So they began to study cats to learn more about their anatomy and how they move. They prepared animatics, or moving storyboards, to demonstrate how they would bring the shot from the page to the screen.
The other big challenge was just the texture of the fur itself. Computer-generated fur is just a traditionally very difficult texture.
The solution? A combination of software programs they dubbed the Fur Tool. The process begins with the creation of 3D cat models with guide hairs.
And those provide the rough direction and length of the fur.
These models become the canvas upon which art director Joel Frisch applies maps that determine the appearance of the fur. This is a density map.
What this map does is it reads grayscale from absolute black to absolute white. Absolute black being where no hair would grow, white being where hair would grow. The next map to paint would be the length map. If you didn't have a map like this, all the hair would grow at an equal length, giving you a very artificial or a CG-looking cat.
There's even a part map for Joel to literally draw parts in the computer-generated fur.
The parts will come across in the map to the other side.
Perfect.
It's one thing to make a virtual cat look like a real cat. It's quite another to supply his motivation. That task, along with shaping the performance, fell to visual effects supervisor Blair Clark and animator Randy Link.
He's looking past here, and his head goes down really far.
I think if you just try and keep it, just keep his eye line just over camera, just right over camera, and maybe a little camera left of where it is right now. Performance-wise, the main difficulty is just maintaining his catness, and that it doesn't start looking too much like a guy in a suit.
Making the line between the location shoot and the computer-generated cat invisible is largely a function of lighting. The technical director applies the lights in this virtual environment.
In this particular case, lights from that rear window that we see in the upper left corner, as well as some interior room lights and some bounce from the floor.
After it's rendered, the same light exists on the cat as in the environment. The shot is now ready for the compositor to add various tweaks to the fur and eyes, and finally, to superimpose the cat into the background. The next stop? A theater near you.
The more successful we are and the harder we work, the less likely it is that anyone will ever know that we had a hand in it. And that's definitely our ultimate goal.
Cats and Dogs opens nationwide tomorrow. For more information, you can visit our website, techlive.com. And just a little programming note for you, coming up today at 2:30 p.m. Eastern, 11:30 Pacific. We're going to talk with one of the producers and the film's director. Be sure to stay tuned for that.